Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for June 20, read by Craig M. from Denny, Scotland. AA Thoughts for the Day. Egomania. Our egomania digs two disastrous pitfalls. Either we insist on dominating the people we know, or we depend upon them far too much. If we lean too heavily on people, they will sooner or later fail us, for they are human too, and cannot possibly meet our incessant demands. We have not once sought to be one in a family, to be a friend among friends, to be a worker among workers, to be a useful member of society. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 53. Thought to consider. It's the highest form of self-respect to admit mistakes and to make amends for them. Acronyms. Ego. Easing God out. Just for today. Staying stopped. From AA taught him to handle sobriety. Like most alcoholics I have known, I did quit drinking at various times. Once for 10 months on my own, and during other interludes when I was hospitalised. It's no great trick to stop drinking. The trick is to stay stopped. That's 1976, Alcoholics Anonymous, page 554. Daily Reflections. Release from fear. The problem of resolving fear has two aspects. We shall have to try for all the freedom from fear that is possible for us to attain. Then we shall need to find both the courage and grace to deal constructively with whatever fears remain. As Bill sees it, page 61. Most of my decisions were based on fear. Alcohol made life easier to face, but the time came when alcohol was no longer an alternative to fear. One of the greatest gifts in AA for me has been the courage to take action, which I can do with God's help. After 5 years of sobriety, I had to deal with a heavy dose of fear. God put the people in my life to help me do that, and, through my work in the 12 Steps, I am becoming the whole person that I wish to be, and for that I am deeply grateful. As Bill sees it. Dividends and mysteries. The AA preoccupation with sobriety is sometimes misunderstood. To some, the single virtue appears to be the sole dividend of our fellowship. We are thought to be dried-up drunks who otherwise have changed little or not at all for the better. Such a surmise widely misses the truth. We know that permanent sobriety can be attained only by a most revolutionary change in the life and outlook of the individual, by a spiritual awakening that can banish the desire to drink. You're asking yourself, as all of us must, who am I? Where am I? Whence do I go? The process of enlightenment is usually slow, but in the end, our seeking always brings a finding. These great mysteries are, after all, enshrined in complete simplicity. The willingness to grow is the essence of all spiritual development. That's from a letter 1966 and a letter 1955. The Big Book quote. God has abundantly supplied this world with fine doctors, psychologists, and practitioners of various kinds. Do not hesitate to take your health problems to such persons. Most of them give freely of themselves, that their fellows may enjoy sound minds and bodies. Alcoholics Anonymous, the family afterwards, page 133. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. You should be ready and willing to carry the AA message when called upon to do so. Live for some purpose greater than yourself. Each day you will have something to work for. You have received so much from this program that you should have a vision that gives your life a direction and a purpose that gives meaning to each new day. Let us not slide along through life. Let us have a purpose for each day, and let us make that purpose for something greater than just ourselves. What is my purpose for today? Meditation for the day. To see God with eyes of faith is to cause God's power to manifest itself in the material world. God cannot do his work because of unbelief. In response to your belief, God can work a miracle in your personality. All miracles happen in the realm of personality, and all are caused by and based on belief in God's never-failing power. But God's power cannot manifest itself in personalities unless those personalities make his power available by their faith. We can only see God with the eyes of faith, but this kind of seeing produces a great change in our way of living. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may see God with the eyes of faith. I pray that this seeing will produce a change in my personality. It's from Hazeldean Foundation, PO Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. This is Transitions Daily. My name's Craig and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.